Thought I felt indifferent about relocating to another country. While I had faced challenges because of it, so had everyone else who migrated like me. However, when I finally visited my home country after 5 long years of adapting to my new world, it was hard to control the emotions inside me as the biggest decision of my life was presented to me. When the stars finally aligned and I was able to visit my home country, I was unsure of what to expect. My relationship with my dad had become stale. Getting his student visa cancelled while he was visiting Colombia rendered him unable to return and support us as planned. Having sold what remained of his company to migrate to the US, but not being unable to do so, meant he needed new income sources, and the constant bickering from my mother to remind him to pay child support led to an awkward conversation starter for a 9-year-old to use. As a result, my relationship with my family that remained in Colombia was also affected since my dad was the main connection. However, when I finally arrived, I was greeted by a man who hugged me like I was still his little boy. Equally so, I hugged him like the father I had forgotten about. The pattern followed with the other family members, reuniting and rekindling the affection I had for them. All was great until the week of my departure. I wasn't sure if I wanted to leave. The first time I left Colombia was my parents' choice. Now, after mentioning my hesitation to them, it was mine. It was a stressful week. I wanted to enjoy the last days with my dad before needing to wait a year or more to reunite again. However, I was stuck pondering what I truly wanted. To properly decide, I needed to know a lot about my future, what career I wanted to pursue, if I could pursue a career in Colombia, did I want to pursue higher education, and if so, where? All these questions and more came to my mind. At last, I made up my mind. While I didn't have a clear picture of the future in my head, I followed what my heart told me, and I knew I enjoyed technology, and as such wanted to follow a career somewhere there. Education is far better in the US, so I decided to make the sacrifice and return there, leaving my loved ones again. At the airport, waiting for the flight, my father, brother, and I struggled to say a word, let alone look at each other, for we knew if we did, we'd start to cry. At last, we were separated at the gates. In a couple of hours, I was back in Massachusetts. Now, with a sense of purpose, I eagerly got to learning programming. I encourage everyone to make more choices for themselves, as it will make you feel responsible for the outcomes and hopefully lead to better results.